How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Path to Riches. In fact, this could be and probably will be our last episode. Now, the reason being is we were set out to work towards a third age die, right? And they were 5 bill when we started doing this. However, I didn't really have much more to work towards. I'd got the Staff of Armadil, I wasn't fussed about much else, and I'd bought the Crypt Bloom along the way. However, the Magma Tempest ability has come out as well, and I'm fairly sure there's going to be some other stuff that I want to work towards. Not only that, the Path to Riches series must be getting a little bit repetitive now. Now, I'm sure there's going to be some of you in the comments saying, it's not getting repetitive, what are you doing? It's fine. But to me, it feels like I'm just doing the same bosses. My motivation for the series has dropped a little bit, and I fancy doing something new. So, what we're going to do is work towards an ice die instead of a third age die, because the third age die is sitting at around about 6.3 billion GP and the ice die is sitting at 1.8. So we're going to go for that. They look fairly similar. They're the same sort of whitish, really light blue color, and it looks really cool anyway. And originally it was between the ice die and the third age die. So in this video we're going to get the last bit of money that we need to get towards our ice die, and then we'll dye the staff, and then we'll move on and we'll start something new probably tomorrow. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoy. This is the stuff that I have done since the last episode, and honestly, it's probably not as much as you expect, but this is what we've done. Don't forget, leave a like if you enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Let's get going, shall we? So of course we're going to start this video off with Zug, because this is the new boss in the game, and it is probably one of the most enjoyable things that I've been doing in this recent time. I really like this boss. It is a lot of fun. However, this has just been normal mode, and I haven't yet actually attempted hard mode properly. I've done like 2 attempts that was just on a Ripper Demon to see how far I could get. I assume I'll need to use a yak to get through it properly, and I probably need to just watch maybe a guide here and there just to figure out what exactly I'm doing wrong. I got to about wave 6, I think, on my first attempts, and yeah. But this is the normal mode, and honestly, I've made a lot of money from doing this. I've not done that many kills yet, probably about 22 or something like that, but I did them all very early on. And the reason I did them early on is because the anima for this boss was ridiculously expensive. I was selling them for about 90k each, so I've made a lot of money off of just selling those animas. I was selling these either on the first night or on the second night, but I did quite a lot of kills that day. That as well, included with all the other drops and stuff. You can make a decent amount of money doing this boss, and honestly, it's actually really fun. I've not had a rare drop from here just yet, but eventually we will get something, and I will keep doing this. I did want a Tempest Codex from here, and if I got that, I would have just used it anyway, because I really want that ability, but it is what it is. We'll have to just get one at some point, but not today. Anyway, we got lots of money from this boss, so that's absolutely great. Let's move on to what we've been doing next. It's time to go back to Kerapak, the boss that I've been learning for quite a long time now, but I'm finally seeing some improvements. Not a whole ton, not like a massive difference, but some improvements. I actually managed to get myself a new personal record here, but I did lose the freaking clip, or it might be in somewhere, but I recorded it in like a 2-hour freaking window, and I don't understand why, but that's okay. If we can't find it, we can't find it. Life goes on. Actually, never mind, take that back. I actually sent a screenshot of it to someone, and that's what we've got. We've got a screenshot. You can see here that the new time that I got was 5 minutes 50 in a solo, which is a hell of a big increase for me. I know it's not the fastest for most people, but 5 minutes 50 below 6 minutes is insane for me. I was actually usually getting between 7 and 8 minutes, so yeah, that's a big time save on solo. But at the moment, this boss has the most ridiculous drops. It has drops that are all pretty much 3 bill plus. There's one that is just under 3 bill, and then all the other ones are over. Like, it is absolutely crazy. So Kerapak at the moment in hard mode is a freaking gold mine. If you can do this boss, or if you are looking for a new boss to learn, then this is definitely where you want to be. It absolutely is. Not only that, I think this boss is a hell of a lot of fun. I just really like the fact that the fights take a little bit longer than most bosses, and also the fact that there's a lot of variety in the fights. There's all the different phases, and phase 4 is completely different from the rest of the fight. I really enjoy it. There's just something about it that has me very interested throughout the entire fight. I just think it's a brilliantly designed fight. Either way, I've been doing this a lot with solo, and I've been hoping for a big drop, but of course that's not happened yet, but it will happen at some point. I'm going to keep doing this. I freaking love this boss, as you can probably tell. But I've also done this in trio with Salty Llama and Chax, of course, and I must say, we did get a drop. We did get a absolutely amazing drop. This is what we got. So that's not exactly all we got. Okay, I'm just winding you up. We didn't just get those. Frick's sake, though, when we got those, I actually thought we'd got something good. And then when I saw the wrist wraps, I was like, are you actually serious? Freaking wrist wraps of all things. But oh well, it is what it is. We have done quite a lot of Kerapak in the trio recently, so this is the actual drop that I was talking about. So while it's not one of the big 3.3 bill drops, we did get ourselves a greater concentrated blast codex, which is my second one here actually, which is great because this is actually worth around about 200 mil. It price checked in the Grand Exchange at around about 165, but it's sold, insta-sold at about 200 mil, which is great. I know it's not a ton of money to split between 3 people, but you know what? Any sort of profit is profit, and I'm happy with this. It was about 64 mil each, as you can see us doing the split on screen now, so that does help out a little bit. But we need to do a lot more than that to get ourselves towards the ice die. Honestly, I said that this is getting kind of repetitive, this series, and this last episode has probably been the most unique one, filled with so many different bosses that I normally don't touch than all of the other ones combined. It probably has, because now we've gone from Zuck, which is the new boss, to Kerapak, and now we get to talk about the fact that I've been learning to tank AOD, so there'll be a lot more AOD content probably at some point in the future. Whether we do it on streams or not, I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens, but this is just done inside the clan. It's all learner stuff pretty much. It was 7 people that wanted to do AOD, and there's a couple of people who are really good here, and then there's of course me that's just sort of like figuring out as long as we go along. I'm really not that good at tanking AOD. I'm not claiming to be good at being base AOD, but it's okay because we get through the kills, we get the kills done, and that's all we really care about, so it's fine. But this is a lot of fun. Tanking AOD is a lot of fun. It's not too hard of a thing, especially with the crypt bloom armor. Like, I'm just using that because I'm not too fussed about getting the optimal DPS. I'm just like to be able to actually do the bosses, and everyone here is absolutely fine with it because it's just inside the clan, and we're just getting through them. But it's a lot of fun. This boss is hell of a lot of fun, but also it's really good money. AOD has great drops, and especially at the moment with the prices going up as high as they have, it is really good money. But we did manage to get a drop from AOD. Chax managed to get himself a codex drop, which we did split between the 7 people that were here, so I ended up getting a fairly good amount of money. I believe the base does get a little bit extra, which I was unaware of, but I was not going to say no to. You can see here that I did manage to get myself a nice 100 mil split. It was traded in 2 parts, 94 mil, and then I got an extra 10 mil for being base, or however that works, I'm not too sure, but it was 104 mil in total, and I'm freaking happy with that. That helps out a huge amount, so cannot complain. I cannot wait to get back and do more AOD. This is going to be a boss that I try and do quite a lot. I'm really getting into group stuff in this game now. I really am. Like, I'm getting tired of doing the same stuff, running ED1, running ED3, just doing Raksha all in a solo, doing Kerapak in a group, doing AOD with the clan. Like, I am having so much more fun doing this, and it's maybe something I'll make a video talking about at some point, but honestly, the group stuff, especially just doing it casually with a clan, I'm having an absolute blast. But anyway, that's going to be it for all this PVM that we do at the moment. We're going to go ahead, sell off all our loot, sell off all the stuff we need, and then see how far off from the die we are. I believe I'm going to be a little bit off, but I do have some stuff. I said I had investments and stuff, and we'll get there. We'll make sure we've got it, and then we're going to get our ice die and die our staff finally. Alright, so we're here at the Grand Exchange with 1.473 billion GP. I believe we need about 1.9 just to be on the safe side, so we are a little way off, and we've got some loot here in the inventory, but there's a load more stuff in the bank as well that I really need to go through. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell all that now, literally everything, gut the whole thing, sell it all off, and then we'll see where we're at. I know I'll still be a little bit of a way off, but that's fine. We can sort that out. I've got some stuff. I'll work it out. Don't you worry. So we're gonna sell this stuff off now, and then we'll see how much we've got at the end and how much we need to cover the difference on. But this should be interesting. Let's have a look, shall we? So actually, after selling off almost everything in my loot, like everything loot wise, literally almost everything, we have brought ourselves to. All this is gone as well. We brought ourselves to 1,926 mil, which should be enough to buy our ice die. So let's put the offer in. I really don't know how much to offer, so I'm probably just going to put in 1.9 bill to see to begin with. Or we can just do that. 1,900 mil. We'll do 1.9 bill. We may be overpaying slightly, but we want it. We got it, and we got 24 mil in return. Got ourselves our ice die. So now we just need to apply this to our staff of Armidal. Now I have no idea how this works. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I have to unaugment it. I hope not, but otherwise, so we've got the green version at the moment, of course. Take this off. Let's use this on this. If you do this, the item will change, not be able to be traded. You will use up the die. You will not be able to clean it to make it tradable, and you will not be able to recover the die. So let's chuck on our ice die and let's get this done. So yes, I understand what I am doing, and it is done, guys. We have the ice staff of Armidal. Now, I know it's not the third age that we said, but 6.3 bill was just not going to happen for a long time, and now we can do something new. And I have 2 great series that I want to start. I just couldn't start them while I had this one going. Now that the bank's completely empty, it opens up a from scratch series on this account. And I have something else that I was meant to start a while ago. But we're going to be starting that. Maybe a little bit different than I originally planned, but we're going to start that. But here's the Staff of Armadil Ice Die. There we go. How good does that look? That is actually perfect. It suits the freaking thing so well. I love it. It looks so good. I'm very happy with it. Let's go and just have a look, see at the combat dummies and stuff, because I am very interested in seeing what it's like in combat. But it looks so good. I'm so happy I actually went with this one, to be fair. Like, the handle's all frosty and stuff as well. It's definitely looked pretty good. Grab these out, and we should be able to use spells now, I think. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So, this is the first time I've ever bought a die, and probably the only time that I've bought, that I plan to buy one for the near future. I don't really plan on spending much on dice. They just seem a little bit pointless, but I'm happy with this. It looks really freaking cool. But anyway, guys, that's going to be the end of this series. The entire series, not just the end of the episode like I normally say. The end of the entire series. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you really did enjoy. If you did, make sure to leave a like, guys. If you enjoyed any of the episodes, leave a like on this video. See if we can get this the most liked episode of the series. That would be absolutely amazing. But we'll be starting new stuff very, very soon. Probably tomorrow for one of them, and then maybe next week for the next one. We will have to see what happens. But thank you all so much for watching, guys. Thank you to my channel members for the extra support. As always, of course, your names will be on screen right now, and I really appreciate that. If anyone else is interested in joining the channel members, then just click the join button by the subscribe button, and it'll give you a list of all the perks and stuff you can get while you become a channel member and support the channel. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you all in the next one. See you later, guys. Bye.